What's up, wrestling world? I am August C. Jones, and if you clicked on this video, you already know what I'm about to talk about, or maybe you don't, but let's talk about it. So, I put out my predictions video. If you haven't seen it, it's up right now. And so in that video, I kind of gave a little bit of like a disdain for like certain things, certain matches, and or just certain builds. Let's put it like that. And I kind of want to get more into it. I kind of want to talk about it because that video was almost 30 minutes long. I didn't want to make a whole 40-minute video or, just whatever. I just kind of want to talk about it. So mainly I want to get into the whole Cody Rhodes and John Cena build. I've been meaning to put out videos. I've just been lazy. I just been like, dealing with a lot of other things in my life. So me putting up videos every week, every day, every other day hasn't really been like the most, prioritative, I don't even know if that's a word, thing to do. But I kind of want to get my thoughts about it before night one of WrestleMania, or whenever you getting this. I'm putting this out before, night one even comes on early in the morning. But my thoughts for it is that, like I said in my predictions video, it's been very lukewarm. It's been very half-assed. It's been very, really not engaging. It's been having glimmers of light, but there has nothing that's been happening. And I know a lot of people gave praise to Triple H. I even gave praise to Triple H when, Vince McMahon got ousted and all this stuff happened where, Triple H is doing this and doing that. Triple H, even from that point, has been on and off. He hasn't been like hitting the bullseye every single time. I mean, not everyone is going to, but he hasn't. And there's been a lot of things that I've been having issues with when it came to his booking and trying to understand this. Like I mentioned in my predictions video, the whole New Day thing. New Day had all this heat on them after the whole Big E incident, after they did all that stuff. They didn't even put a finger on this guy and got hella hate. They got Dom Mysterio, Vicky Guerrero. We don't even want you to speak hate. They had that heat from the crowd. And Triple H didn't capitalize on it. Every week they would come out, try to speak. No, I don't want to speak. Everybody sitting there throwing shade their way. Even if they're heels, throwing shade their way. Their own families is throwing shade their way. They didn't do anything with it. They didn't beat anybody down. They didn't, they just didn't do it. And that died out. It was like one of those things where it's like, okay, we're not going to do anything. Y'all not going to do anything with this? Okay, well, I don't care about it. And like now, going into that match with the War Raiders, I don't think anybody really truly cares for them winning. You're going to get booed still, but it's not like how it was when they talked down to Big E. And like Triple H really fumbled the ball. He really did when it came to that. Because New Day could have went into WrestleMania bigger than what they are now. Like the whole anticipation, the hype for it could have been bigger, but they didn't go for it. And then leading up to the John Cena stuff, it was like the bill for that. I mean, and you could talk about the whole card for WrestleMania. The whole bill for it was like lackluster. It had points here, anticipation, excitement here and there. But for the most part, all you hear down the line is people just talking about how bad it is, how much it sucks. Like, what's going on? Triple H, like, what are you tweaking off of? And one of the biggest things that's like going that came out of this build to WrestleMania and going into WrestleMania is John Cena's heel turn. Like, it's been 25, 21, how many years? 20 plus years. And since the last time we seen John Cena as a heel. And it was exciting because I didn't expect it. My pick was Logan Paul was going to take The Rock up on his offer. I know that was kind of like an out the box type stuff, but that was my pick. But, throwing a wrench into things and people thinking like, oh, it's his last year. He's not going to turn heel. If they hadn't did it by now, he's not going to turn heel. I even thought that same shit. But they made him heel. And it was like, okay, what are they going to do with this? Even I had to give it up to The Rock, which I have my feelings on. Like I've told before, I have my feelings on The Rock, and I don't really particularly like The Rock's actions and what he's been doing. But I can give it to him that, you know, when it came to what he does, when he does come back, he does bring a bit of intrigue. He brought intrigue last year. He brought a little bit of intrigue this year. But this kind of goes further with my thoughts of The Rock, is that The Rock comes in and do whatever the fuck he wants. He came in and threw this whole monkey wrench into things, into the storyline. And then once it happened, nothing of The Rock. He disappeared. He came in, fucked shit up, and then left. Now we have to clean up. And it hasn't been a satisfying cleanup. John Cena, this whole build for him doing this has been so horrible. So horrible. It have glimmers of light. I'll give it that. But other than that, it has been boring. It been having good promos, but nothing really tangible. Nothing really great about it. You know, Cody Rhodes have been giving it as much as he's been getting it from John Cena. And I'm happy. Like I was kind of scared that, you know, John Cena was going to obliterate this guy. He was going to disintegrate Cody Rhodes, but Cody Rhodes have been like firing back, giving him what for. But John Cena, the problem I have with his promo was, for one, it's old. This was the promo that he would have cut back years ago. Why are you cutting that now? It makes no sense. You're mad at the crowd for turning on you and all this stuff, and you're like literally just whining about it. It sounded like a bitch in a promo. And it's like, why couldn't you update it a little bit? Why couldn't you make it more believable? Now it's like you're just taking a promo that you probably had in the file cabinet when they was going to change you before, but you didn't do it. And you just kind of reworked it, but kept majority of it. And we can tell, like, it doesn't fit right now. We haven't gotten legitimate, like, no matter how much they explain it, there's no legitimate reason why John Cena took The Rock up on his offer. The Rock, like, John Cena has everything that essentially The Rock has. He has movie roles. He's a big Hollywood star. He's a big star. He's a legend. He's retiring this year. Going to go into the Hall of Fame maybe next year or the year after. Like, John Cena already has the stuff that The Rock promised Cody Rhodes to have. He has that schedule. After Elimination Chamber, shit, John Cena was missing for what, like 2-3 weeks before he actually showed up in person? You know, it's just, he already has that schedule. So it's like, what can The Rock promise John Cena that John Cena couldn't get on his own? The only thing that John Cena was going for this year was number 17 and winning a singles match to break the whole record of him losing for, like, not having a singles match win in some odd years. That was it. It wasn't nothing more that John Cena won. All he was going to do really this year was have, like, final matches. That was it. And with him not really being here every single week, and I get he still have movie obligations and stuff like that, but I'm thinking, just like everyone else probably was thinking, that, I'm sorry, I hit the center, that, you know, John Cena was going to be here almost every week. And that hasn't been the case. And so it's like, it reminds me of Roman Reigns. When Roman Reigns was champion and everything else, how he wasn't really here. And the times that he wasn't there, it was a lackluster show. Like, it seemed like Jimmy and Jay and Solo and all of them didn't know what to do when the tribal chief wasn't there. There was a huge void. And that's the same thing with John Cena. It's like for like half the nights or majority of the nights, Cody Rhodes had to pick up the slack. He did a great job. But it would have worked better had John Cena been there every single night. Had they had a face-to-face confrontation. Had they had physical confrontation more than just, oh, I'm going to put you in the crossroads and you're going to lay there dead. Oh, I'm going to put you in the crossroads again and you're going to lay there dead again. You're laying there dead. How are we going to believe that he has to put 3 crossroads on you to win the match if that ends up happening? it's gotten to the point where this has been so lackluster that I don't even really care for this match like that. I'm curious to the route that they're gonna go, but I honestly don't care about who the winner is. And it like irks me because I'm looking at the Jey Uso thing with him and Gunther. And I'm looking at the Rollins Punk Reigns match. I'm more invested in a Rollins Punk Reigns match than any other match. I want to say that's my highly anticipated match at WrestleMania. All the other matches, I really don't care too much for. Like looking at them, like all the title matches, don't really care for. All the other rivalries, I don't really care for. There's some that are mildly interesting that I'm like, okay, I want to see this. Like the Io, Bianca, Rhea Ripley. I'm kind of like a little bit way more interested in that. And, you know, honestly, I am excited for that match. But it's not too much to get excited for. And the reason why I put the whole Jey Uso, Gunther, triple threat with Reigns and them, and then the Cody Rhodes, is that I looked at a pattern that doesn't make sense. Because, like, we look at Cody Rhodes come face to face after being bloodied and kicked in the nuts and all this stuff, smacked in the face by Travis Scott, which was a travesty. I just had to say that anyway. But he comes face to face with John Cena, and he wants to talk with this guy. He doesn't want to like lay hands on him. This guy left you bloody, kicked you in the nuts, embarrassed you, betrayed you. You thought that this guy was your friend. You thought that you were going to have this, like, you know, this one-on-one match, this someone that you respected, and it was going to be, and he betrayed you. He took rock up on his offer. He left you for dead. And you get face to face with this man, you don't want to put hands on him? Makes no sense. But then I look at the night after, or the Monday after, the Elimination Chamber. CM Punk comes out in more rage at The Rock and John Cena than Cody Rhodes was. He comes out enraged, wanting to fight. Cody Rhodes wasn't. Makes no fucking sense. And then I'm looking at it. It's weird how CM Punk, even after getting Roman Reigns putting his hands on him in like the cage match, or, you know, that him and Rollins had and all that stuff and beating him down, didn't do half as much as what was done to Cody Rhodes at Elimination Chamber. But yet CM Punk came in on fire the next Monday. He came in wanting to beat this dude down. Came in with Rollins and Reigns in the ring, and Paul Heyman said some words and then attacked Reigns. He had more fire in him than Cody Rhodes had with John Cena, which it should have been reversed, because what was done to CM Punk wasn't even half as bad as what John Cena did to him. And it's the same with Gunther and Jey Uso. It was born up into, it got a little intrigued when Gunther put his hands on Jimmy Uso, bloodied him up, choked him out, and everything else. After that, Jey Uso, instead of wanting to put hands on Gunther, he sit here and cuts a robotic promo, a passionate and robotic promo, but a robotic promo nonetheless. This guy beat the hell out of your brother. He laid hands on your brother. Left your brother, as Gunther said, your brother. He left him bloody in front of you. Tied you up to the ring to where you couldn't even do anything. Choked your brother out in front of you. Even your mom in storyline, your mom talking about, how come you didn't protect your brother? And you come out to this man's face. Instead of putting hands on this man to make him bleed, you cut a robotic type of, you know, formatted, passionate promo. Talking about, I'm not afraid anymore. And I've seen this meme that made me laugh, where they had Jey Uso's face on Kevin McAllister's face in Home Alone when he came out. He was like, I'm not afraid of you. You heard that? I'm not afraid of you anymore. And I'm just like, yeah, that's what it was. Like, bro, this man put hands on your brother, left him bloody, choked him out, wiped his blood on his, like, wiped your brother's blood on his chest, laughed at you, called you a pussy. And you come out and you just angry? You're angry, man? Same thing with Cody Rhodes. Came out, this man left you bloody. You couldn't get your hands on him for weeks. And then you finally get a face-to-face. And like, you talk to this man. You cut a promo on him. But yet, CM Punk didn't have half that shit done to him. And he's ready to fight every single night. He's enraged. I don't understand. Like, it's weird. It's an imbalance. I found this weird about it. Like, the booking, the writing for this. Now, and I get, like, I've heard, Solid Monster and, JD talk about that they didn't want to brawl every single week. And I get that. But the thing is, it's like, I feel like if you don't set it up for this execution, for this certain result, then you don't need to have that result. John Cena beat down Cody Rhodes. That deserves, when I see you, it's on sight. Jey Uso watched his brother get bloodied in front of him by Gunther. Next time you see him, it should have been on sight. CM Punk, the whole CM Punk situation, and what was happening with him, he shouldn't have had that much rage. But he did. I appreciate it. But I felt like that should have gone to Jey Uso and should have gone to Cody Rhodes in their programs. And it's so weird. The booking for this has been so lackluster, especially for the one that matters. John Cena versus Cody Rhodes. It's been so lackluster. And that's why I even said, like, if in my predictions, that if John Cena wins, which I honestly don't want him to win, it's like, what's going to happen? Is he going to, come in? Is he going to be here next week? If he wins the title, are we going to have a WWE championship on the WWE champion, not be here next week, not be here the week after that? Like, how often is he going to be here? How often is he going to defend the title? That's why I'm down with him winning it maybe in his last match, number 17, and he retires, and then they can go next year, the Royal Rumble. Not only are you going to win the Royal Rumble and go to WrestleMania, but you're going to win the WWE Championship. That's why I'm down with that. Or maybe even him winning it later on down the line. But right now, it makes no sense, because if he's going to have the same type of schedule that he had ever since the Elimination Chamber to now, I don't want to see it. I really don't. Their interactions have been 50-50. Good promos, great promos, but a lot of it is like what more can you do? How can you make this match a little bit more exciting? Last year, The Rock made it way exciting. I was really excited to see a match between Cody Rhodes and The Rock. We never got it. And I'm talking about one-on-one. I'm not talking about the tag team. I'm talking about a one-on-one. Thought we was going to get it this year. Nope. We ain't going to get it this year, but we're going to give you heel Cena. Even though it's not going to really be exciting, but we're going to give you that. It's one of those things where I feel like Triple H really dropped the ball on this. This could have been something special. This could have been something exciting. This could have been something groundbreaking, something that everybody, like, fuck the WrestleMania card. I want to see John Cena versus Cody Rhodes. But I don't think anybody's excited for that. I think people are curious, but I don't think people are excited for the match. this has been like one of the most lackluster builds. And I feel like the only build that has been really good is the triple threat, Reigns, Rollins, Punk. Other than that, nothing else that I'm looking at has really had the best build. The only other match that would have had one of the best builds would have been KO versus Randy Orton. But because KO is no longer in there, like what else? You know? But I don't know. Maybe this could be a sleeper night 1 and night 2, either or. It could be 50% better than what we expected, or the whole thing could be just flat out better than what we expected. But the build to it, the expectation of it, has not been the greatest. And I do look at Triple H for that. He needs to do better. Like next year, WrestleMania needs to look and feel better, because this has not been feeling like WrestleMania. It really hasn't. But, I mean, those are just my thoughts. This, I don't know, man. Hopefully, I'm wrong. And hopefully, all this spans out. But John Cena as a heel, honestly, right now, I feel like they should not have done that. They should have just went another route, because the way that they're doing this has not been the greatest. It has not. But, yeah, those are just my thoughts. If you guys agree with me, let me know in the comments or whatever. But if you like this video, if you made it this far and you like it, go ahead and give me a like, subscribe. If not, hit the notification bell for more videos like this. And I will catch you guys on the next one. So peace out, stay safe. And like I said in my predictions, let's just hope that this is at least 2 nights of good shows. That's all I want. And then we can go after everything after that.